You know, as human beings, we were talking about this in the Agoge. So many of us, when we are trying to make things better, focus on the negative. So maybe we do get a little bit better. Maybe we're on the path. Maybe we're in the Agoge 30-day challenge, or we just joined the coaching group in the Agoge and we're like, okay, I got a better routine. I'm doing better. Like in the last video we just talked about. Change your environment, change your circle of influence, and all of a sudden you will start to become better. You'll start, beating depression and beating anxiety because you have to change. So you do make that change, right? Say we make that change. But you're constantly worried about slipping back into old habits. You're constantly worried that you're going to mess up. If you're struggling with addiction, drinking, nicotine, pornography, whatever the thing is that you're addicted to, you're constantly focused on that. Well, we can't operate in the negative. Like we are incapable of operating in the negative. If I tell Mark, don't think about a purple gorilla, what are you going to picture in your head? A purple gorilla. Like, we can't help it. If I tell you, don't think about an orange elephant, you immediately picture an orange elephant. So we're not allowed to operate in the negative, which means where our focus goes, our energy flows. Okay? Put this in another different perspective. If my motorcycle riders out there, if you're making a turn, you're taught to what? Not look at the ground, not look at the wheel. You want to look where you want to go. So if you want to look in the ground, if you want to go to the ground, that's what you're going to look at, and that's where you're going to go. For my skiers or my snowboarders out there, the professional snowboarders, the professional skiers, they're not looking at this route, and they don't look at the trees. They don't see the trees. If you look at the trees and you're snowboarding, what's going to happen, Mark? You're going to hit the trees. They're looking at the gaps. They're looking at the way that they're going. They're looking at the direction that they're going in their life. So are you doing that? When you get caught and you're on this roll of personal growth, your physical fitness is getting better. You're dating your wife. You're making more money. You're saving more money. You're building wealth. Maybe you're investing in some, in some real estate, in some Airbnb properties, whatever it may be. And you're like, man, I'm so scared. I'm constantly worried that I'm going to slip back into my old habits. Well, if you're constantly thinking about that, then that's exactly what's going to happen. You need to change the way that your brain works. You need to change the way that what you're thinking on. You need to change what you're focusing on so that the energy can flow there. If you're constantly focused on making more money, you're constantly focused on being a better father or a better mother, you're constantly focused on being a better husband or a wife, not on what you're going to do wrong, but how to do it right. Focused on the date nights, focus on saving money, focus on the good things, the positive things that you're doing in your life, well, then that's what's going to happen. I mean, you can look at the last 100 years of books of the people that, I can make a laundry list of the books that write all this. But the power of belief, which is it's the third pillar of the Agoge pillars. And the reason why that it is we have to believe that we can achieve these things. Just like in sports. If I step onto a field as a team and I don't believe that I can win, or I step into a competition and I don't believe that I win, we just did this with Kevin Ross, right? We're talking about him being him getting his world title. He had to believe. He actually photoshopped a belt a couple times. He photoshopped a belt on a picture of him because he was envisioning where he was going. He wasn't envisioning like, well, I might get knocked out. No, he was envisioning the win. We have to focus on the positive. If we're looking at the trees, we're going to hit the fucking trees. We got to be looking at the gaps. We got to look at where we're going, where we're taking ourselves, and that's exactly what you'll do. So I challenge you, think about what you're focusing on. Are you looking at the negative? Or are you looking at the positive? Because you're going to hit one. And whatever you're focusing on, that's the one you're going to get. If you need help, click the link below. Get in the fucking Agoge. Join us. Make your life better. Never quit, never surrender, always forward. See you in the next video.